Hello ladies and gentlemen, and join me today in the assault of the ruins of Osgiliath. Today's battle is our third day's Reforged online battle and features 5 armies. It's a 2 versus 3. We have Isengard here commanded by Glowbox, and we have 2 other rune armies for the attackers, and we have a High Elf and Sylvan Elf defender. So let's quickly start with the army comps and we can get this battle underway. So we'll start with Glowbox's army. He very kindly sent me this replay, so thank you very much for that. We'll start off with Duty guys here. He's bringing a mine with him, and I just wanted to point your attention to this. Now, in fact, I've never thought about doing this before, and watching this replay has inspired me to do it for the future. He's basically brought a ton of siege towers and rams and formed a really nice defensive cordon. So that means if the defenders had brought cavalry, they could sally out. Now, as you can see, it's a huge mass of black and grey and brown. So let's just presume he's bringing a standard Isengard army, lots of Uruk-hai infantry, some Dunedin veterans, guards of the Orthanc, berserkers, Uruk-hai archers, crossbows, etc. And he's also bringing a ballista, so I won't go into too much detail there. The second attacking army, like I said earlier, is a rune army who is commanded by Andres, and this is exactly the same strategy. He's as you can see, he's put a ring formed of siege towers, in this case stakes, and battering rams as well to protect from any sally outs. Okay, and his army is a standard kind of rune army. He's got quite a lot of archers. He's got a unit of these Camul's shadow bows, which are an excellent archer unit. He's got 4 of these Variag bowmen, which is pretty cool to see because you don't see Rune bring them very often actually. Well, I haven't in any case. He's got a catapult, 2 units of the Brotherhood of the Axe, a very nice unit. These Dragon's Wrath Guildsmen, which are devastating in close combat. He's bringing a couple of standard Variag warriors, I think around 3 or 4 units of those. He's bringing some clansmen, presumably just to fill out the rest of his budget. He's got a couple of units of these Flagrim, 3 units of those, and that's about it actually for his army. The third army, let's whiz on over the settlement, has, as you can see, a different deployment layout, but with it being at the river crossing, he doesn't have to worry too much about any cav threats. And this army is commanded by the King of the North, which I think might be a Game of Thrones reference if I'm correct there. So he's bringing with him 4 units of Flagrim, 2 units of these Sion Rim. He's bringing 2 Shadow Guard units, Kemmel's Shadow Guard, 2 units of Clan Guard. Got a ballista with him, and he's got 3 units of the Narim, a couple of units of Clan Crossbowmen, and also a couple of units of these Balcloth tribesmen, which would be really useful in clearing out any tight elven formations when they're all compact down. He's also got 2 cav units, but of course he won't be able to use them here because of the terrain. Now he could probably cross the bridge if he wanted to, but he just gets shot up by arrows, so there's no point doing that anyway. So that's the attackers all done and dusted. Well, let's go now over the defending armies. So we'll start with the High Elves, commanded by Oberon Glorfy. He's bringing that now. His units, well, actually, both of the defending armies have spread out the units quite well, basically all over the city. So forgive me if I miss anything, but we'll start over this side. He's bringing 2 Alder swordsmen. He hasn't got anything here at the moment. He's got a unit, so he's bringing 3 Alder swordsmen, Alder spears, some Inlandish guard. Here he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units here of the Norrentino warriors. And he has got other stuff. Yes, he's bringing some Falas laws, which are really tanky, and he's also bringing, if I can find them, some Sindar Blade. Is he? No, it's not him. Excuse me. He's bringing some Smiths gun. He's got a ballista over here, and that's basically it. I might have missed something, but you'll have to forgive me about that. So now let's start with the final defending army, which is the Sylvan Elves commanded by Queen Kay. He's bringing quite a lot of these Elder Royal Council. I think 3 or 4 of those. excuse me. You bring one of those council, 1, 2, I think 3 in total of the Royal Guard. Oh yeah, Obi's got some Blade Masters here. I knew he had them, and there. He's bringing some Woodland Warriors. He's bringing a couple of units of Here Lang, which are the heavy infantry, and he's also bringing. Excuse me, my phone just vibrated. He's also bringing some Sindar Blade Masters and these skin changers as well. Some Palace Guard and a couple of units of these Woodland Sentinels, and a Hironek unit. So yes, that probably missed a few again, but there we go. So let's turn this off, pause, and go on to full speed here. Now I might have to fast forward a couple of times in this battle. We'll see how it goes, but because this battle is actually a very big skirmish battle. Well, I had the impression anyway when I looked it over. So it looks like Obi-Wan's coming under fire, in fact, from who's firing at him? The Shadow Bows. Yes, they've got pretty good range, in fact. And he's going straight for a catapult shot. Oh, that was lovely, taking out a considerable portion of his archers, which will prove to be quite costly for Obi-Wan there. So yes, he's lost quite a few men there without being able to shoot back. But that being said, he is firing now. They have to fire over this part of wall. And oh, he's getting a few kills there. The problem with these formations are that, of course, you are protected from cav, but you're extremely bunched up. Imagine if you're against someone like Arna or Gondor and they have a trebuchet right here, and they fire off a first volley and it hits. You're going to lose a lot of men, aren't you? But well, they have no cavalry, as we've seen, so they don't have to worry about that. And now Andros can now move his army and position it where he wants. Likewise with Isengard, who is now currently moving forward his crossbows of Snagar archers and Uruk-hai archers to begin the skirmish phase. Now, Obi-Wan is firing his ballista. Who is he firing at? Well, it says that they're firing, but they don't seem to be moving. They've got the bolts in. Are they going to fire? No, well, that was a waste of time. They're firing at someone anyway. Now, the problem with Osgiliath is, as you can see, look, I'm moving right through all the buildings here. So, those of you who are new to Third Age, if you're on this map, these buildings do not offer protection against archer fire. The only places that do are the actual outer walls here. Look, you can tell basically wherever your camera can't go through, they are protected. Your men can't run through them, they have to still navigate around them, but they are not a good way of shielding your archers from enemy archers. So it looks like Obi is going to retreat his ballista, which is a wise move because he is kind of pretty exposed here. Though his Glowbox's Uruk-hai crossbows are getting hit quite heavily by whom? Ah, here, the Eldar Royal Council, who've got quite a nice, well, maybe if he moved them here, they would have a very nice angle on the crossbows. But in fact, this is quite clever, putting them here, because the Uruk-hai crossbows are much less equipped to fire over this part of the wall. They need a much straighter line of sight. So he is incurring losses here. Not many. We have this weird spectral kind of goblin-looking dude over here. Very shiny. Easy target for the archers, I must say. But oh wow, okay, so Obi's ballista crew has lost half of its crew. Oh no, that is not very nice. Luckily he has enough to man 1 or 2 ballista, but that's it. So we have the Silvanels returning fire now. Or positioning. In fact, this battle is very much positioning and repositioning units and lots of archers firing at one another. So as you can see, the Royal Guard have got a very good range, and Glowbox knows this, so he's not going to bother wasting his troops on that, and he's just going to pull out there for the engagement. Now the ballista, however, could be in range. It's reforming. Whether it will fire, no, it's just idle, it's not going to fire. Now we have Saruman here, just strolling along in all his glory. So The players are taking their time, just slowly skirmishing down the opposition, not rushing into anything, which I think is a good idea. I don't know exactly why he brought a mine. I think he just brought it, you know, just for laughs, because he doesn't really need one here, I don't think, with all the rams he has. But we might see this being used later on in the battle. I can't remember if it was, in fact. As you can see, look, you can just see how well these rams are for blocking troops, because these trolls just cannot even walk through them. So yes, it's a very good idea. I never thought about doing that before. So thanks for sending me the replay, Glow, and I will endeavour to use that tactic in the future. So now he's pushing out some of his troops. I don't know exactly why, but we should see later. We still have the Eldar Royal Council firing at the troops, but I think they're going to cease fire now. Yes, which they have. Who's wandering over here? He's also bringing in some sentinels over here to provide some archer support, and the High Elves are going to man the walls here, which is a great idea because it affords them a lot of protection from the enemy archers. And oh, look at this! So he has been taking a beating from Rune's archers over here, which isn't like the Elves. Normally the Elves tend to dominate in skirmishing, but Obi hasn't been very lucky here. But look how rapid they are. The Elven archers are definitely good for that. That's for certain. So he's leaving his units kind of plick-plock all around the city. I'm sure he has his reasons for doing so. I'd like to find out what they are. He still has one full unit here in reserve, but the rest of his units have been hit pretty hard. So he's got 2 full units over here. So do we have movement over here from Rune, the other Rune army? Nope, he is exactly in the same place as he was before. I think he's going to wait for his other 2 allies to assault the city to distract the elves before committing to his assault, which I think is a good idea. There's no point attacking all by yourself, is there? Okay, so let's quickly go over the city over here. So yes, we have archers pushing up again. I believe they're going to try and skirmish with Isengard. He is firing his ballista. At whom? Let's find out. Oh, well, I did not see where that went at all. These archers seem to be running here, there and everywhere. Who are they shooting at? They haven't hit anyone here. Let's find out, shall we? Maybe this Royal Guard unit over here. Nope, I have no idea where they're shooting. At the gate? No, it'd be a waste of ammo. I don't know. They're shooting somewhere. They're shooting somewhere, that's for certain. Archers forming up over here. Are they going to start volleying? I hope so. Nope, he seems to be just moving his archers everywhere. Archers running around all over the place. Same with Isengard, forward and backwards and forwards. I think just trying to test one another to see how they react and what they can bring to bear. But it's safe to say that on this front, the elves will dominate heavily in skirmish. Though he doesn't have many. Well, he does actually. He has a considerable contingent of elite troops over here, but the problem is that the attacking armies are so massive that it's going to be difficult for the elves to contain, especially in such an open map like Osgiliath. I mean, there aren't many walls that you can defend. It's kind of not easy for the attackers, but it's not the hardest thing in the world. Oh, looks like the Varyag Bowmen are skirmishing off with some more of the Noratino warriors. Just one unit there. Clansmen, excuse me, are going to break down this gate. I don't know if he's just waiting for the time being. Now he still has his archers on the walls over here. I don't know if they're going to be able to do much damage because I think that they are out of range over here. If I were him, I would have retreated these archers back with his other archers to reinforce. Oh, it looks like he pushed out some of his archers here, maybe to to go for the berserkers. Well, but Globox has seen that straight away. They've only lost one of these Wardens of Dunland, so it's not, not a big loss, but it has deterred them from making their push around here, presumably to attack these walls over here. So that was Queen K's subtle message of saying, "Oh no, sir, no, you don't." But yeah, as you see, the archers are just scurrying all over the place over here, and I believe we still have no movement here from Rune either. What does he have in defense? He only has one archer unit at the moment on this front. I think he realizes that they're not going to attack just yet. But however, he has got the support of the Norrentimo warriors if he needs it. At the moment, we just have archers skirmishing backwards and forwards. They look pretty cool, these Variag bowmen, I must admit. Very kind of old kind of Asian kind of shogun looking things, I think. And if I'm not mistaken, they are pretty heavily armoured as well. So they should be able to hold their own against these warriors, especially considering their number. As you can see, everyone, look, they're just shooting straight through the building. Look, there's no protection at all. The only way you can use these buildings to your advantage is manoeuvring. But the problem is that, for example, if you're holding up on from this street to this street, for example, you can put your archers right here and shoot into the flanks as you attack from this street. So, in my opinion, Osgiliath isn't my favourite map really to do, but I believe there is a rebuilt version. I've never played on it, but it would be very cool to do so, because I think they fixed the buildings with that, and also you have the outer walls, so it gives the defenders a bit more of an advantage. Because at the moment, I feel like with the amount of troops that the evil armies have to bear, it's going to be very difficult for the defenders to really counter this threat. But now Andres has broken through the gate, just here. Are they going to fire through? No, there's skirmishing still going on. Arrows zipping through the air, piercing flesh through armour. That's what we'd love to see. These men have just died, I believe, from the wall defences, if I'm not mistaken. Now Shadow Bows, he's got 3 units, or a full unit of Variag bowmen as well, against that 1 unit of the Norrentimo warriors, who have now who are still there. That being said, Obi-Wan's still got 2 full units left, so it's definitely not to be underestimated over here. So let's have a look over here. So again, I believe that Queen K has been running backwards and forwards to try and deter the berserkers, because the last thing they want is to be hit from afar by elite elven archers. That would not be a good thing for them. But it looks like the Isengard is going to start pushing. I believe, yes, he is sending in some trolls, maybe just to try and catch them at the gate whilst the gate is still open. That's the problem with leaving your men so close to a gate, is that it leaves the gate open. But as you can see, he's immediately going to retreat, and the gates will close again, barring entry to the city. So yes, sorry, he's now retreating his trolls again. But we have a volley coming in. Let's see where that goes. In fact, I don't know where that went. I don't think it hit anything. So yes, he's doing a good job of just holding fire here, not bother wasting his ammo on cheap units. He wants to be conserving it for when he needs it the most. So now everyone is pushing forward some more Norrentino warriors. In fact, yes, most of his archers. So now I believe Andres is going to retreat, and I think that would be a good idea, because his men will probably be outbowed here, if that that's a word. I think that's a word. Outgunned, outbowed. Yes, anyway, there we go. So the shadow bows and most of Rune's archers are still pretty healthy. I mean, look, he's still got 2 full units. And has this one got his general in it? This one's 81, isn't it? Look, and this one's 80, 80. This might have his general in it. Mistaken. But of course, none of his infantry has committed to the fight yet. I believe, however, we do have some action over here. Yes, we do. So, the King of the North has sent up his ram, which is currently mounted by some clan guard, which is kind of a decent unit, so maybe not the most ideal unit to put on a ram. But then again, of all the units, this is probably one to do so. And he's going to start assaulting, so the assault of Osgiliath has begun in earnest. Excuse me about the camera angles here. Normally it would zip over this, but now I can move through it. Lovely. But yes, so now he's going to start assaulting the walls, which is going to be manned by some Elder Palace Guard, who are going to easily match up against these Camul's Shadow Guard. The Shadow Guard is a good unit, but against such an elite unit like this, they don't really stand much chance. So Oberon has 2 units of Inlanders Pikes. He's going to form up either side of the gateway here to protect against any attack, and I like how he's done it here just to try and cover this exit for the walls as well. So what do we have pushing up here? We have the Loke Flag Rim, which is now pushing up onto this wall. Now this wall is also excellent to attack. So we have another breach in the gates. But all the armies are really taking their time. They're really just sitting back and skirmishing well, and seem to be making good decisions, which is the main thing. So yes, here he's now got his Narim right in front of the gate, but they are shooting at a very poor angle at these Imladris guards. And now the wall is going to be defended by Blade Masters, who will easily make short work of this flag room unit. They are so good. If I were the rune player, I would just fire at this Imladris guard unit, just try and pick them off at a better angle, because where he's shooting now is just a very poor angle to hit these troops here. He should probably try and shoot through the gate. He probably has done, but maybe his archers are bugging out a little bit. But this is much of a better target than this unit over here. But yeah, so he's going to be pulling back his archers now, and he's going to. What is he going to do with his clan guard? Maybe he's going to form them up and send them up on the walls, most likely. So as you can see, look, the Eldar Palace Guard are just making mincemeat of the Shadow Guard. So it looks like they are retreating. I wonder why. Oh yes, I think he's just going to He's going to form up here just to get a better angle and make the fight even more in his favour. So we have just 2 lone elf units. One of them has met his comely end. That's a problem sometimes with retreating, because you always leave some stragglers behind and they get outnumbered very quickly and die, even elite units. This guy's had enough. He's running away, leaving this brave sod to take all the hits from the Shadow Guard. Oh, nice block there. Oh, that's a lovely kill animation there to kill that Shadow Guard. Another block there. This brave elven warrior. Anyway, so now he's sending up some woodland warriors. He's sending his Narim through the breach here, which is a very odd move. I don't think he did this on purpose. Though I am questioning why he would form up his woodland warriors here. They run very oddly. Am I on 2x speed? No, I'm not. They have a very odd running animation. So the Sindar Blade Masters are comfortably winning on this side. Though that being said, now that the Clan Guard are on the wall, they do risk being outflanked. So I think that is why Queen K is now sending up some reinforcements in the form of woodland warriors. Now, all he has to do is put his men here and shoot through. all he has to do. But that being said, Obi-Wan and Queen K are doing a good job at minimising the angle that they have. I mean, they can only shoot these guys here. I believe they're going to. He's going to move them again. Yes, perfect. Okay, that's exactly what you want to be doing. So, let's see what's happening here. The other Rune army is still on the outskirts of the city, content to just skirmish the High Elves down. He still has a lot of archer reserves and a ton of infantry left, I believe. Yes, we can see the just behind the ramparts here littered with dead bodies. Isengard is now assaulting the walls, or is he? I've played with Globots before. He tends to do this and then not bother attacking. But let's see if he does so or not. It doesn't look like the Berserkers are moving. They're ready to disembark. But no, it doesn't look like they're going to do anything there. That being said, they still have some heavy infantry there to cover, and some archers over here as well to counter should they place troops on the wall. So that's maybe why he is halting his assault there. Now, where is the mine? That's what I. Doesn't look like they're going to use it. Oh, maybe. So we'll come back over here in a second. So we're going to whiz back over to the front gate over here. So now he has quite. I don't know why he's doing this. Maybe to prevent a sally out move from the elves, but he seems to have put this entrance off over here. And oh, this is perfect. So now he's assaulting this wall with his locate Sion Rim. And if he is able to get archers onto this wall, this could be a very bad situation for the elves here. Now, as you can see, look, he is going to charge out, which I think is an excellent idea to try and deter these archers. Well, I hope so. If not, they have a clear line of sight to his men. Let's see if they've noticed. Nope, they're going back in. Yep. So he's going to start firing, but hopefully he would have. Oh no! Oh, that's a shame. So now the Loki Sion Rim are free on these walls now to do what they will. I don't know if they can go through. I don't think they can go through here. So the only place they can go is out through this and maybe hit the backs of these Tyrannek spearmen. But we shall see. So where is the mine? Trolls coming through the gate here. The mine has stopped moving. I believe he's just patiently waiting for his moment to assault the walls. But the trolls are now through. Oh, and it looks like the Royal Guard have taken a big beating over here. Presumably, yes, from that ballista, I would imagine. Quite expensive troops gone down the drain, and again over here. Look. So we have the skin changers currently engaged with the trolls, which could be a good matchup. But I think I agree with him in retreating his trolls here, because he has the Hera Lang good damage dealing unit over there. So now he has Woodland Sentinels firing on the wall. So he's now disembarked, but he is completely unchecked now. They have moved their he did a brilliant tactical move there by forcing out his infantry over here. He has freed up this doorway to then spill out and attack the troops without being hit on the walls, so which are probably drastically improving their odds. Here comes some berserkers straight into the archers. I don't think Obi-Wan's paying attention here. He's not even firing. Oh dear. So this is going to cause a great deal of damage here to the Norrentino warriors. And it looks like Queen K is going to pull out some of his troops. However, he's charging in some Royal Guard. Are they out of ammunition? No, they're not. They're just getting point blank. But yes, these defenders should... Now, Obi-Wan's now cottoned on to the fact that he's been attacked, and he's going to retreat his archers out of there. But, oh, looks like Berserker just got wrecked there. Now they're going to engage with the Hero Lang. And he has his Naghai and his general over here as well, engaged in melee. So the Hero Lang are basically done for now. Those Berserkers will make short work of them. So, but he still has lots of his reserves left, just hanging out in the back here. Lots of archers left. This is one thing that's going to cause the defenders an immense amount of pain. It's just the sheer amount of archers that the enemy has. So it looks like Andres is done waiting. He wants some elvish blood in his sword, and he's just going to go straight into the settlement now to wreak havoc amongst the elven lines. So it looks like we have an opening over here. Wow, we've missed quite a lot of action. I do apologise. Lots and lots of lots of dead Deveriag warriors. And who are they engaged with? Oh, I see. The Renway swordsman, look, came out to completely decimate these two units here. But that being said, they have been forced back, and the Variag warriors are now free to do what they will. We have some Sindar Blade Masters here coming in to meet the charge. Oh, that's it. Lovely charge with the Elder Renway Spearmen, who are supported by their archers. So now would be a good idea to get all of those archers in here. He's currently aiming. Who is he aiming for? I think he should aim for the archers, in my opinion. But there we go. So now the Sindar Blade Master's victory seems certain. Not surprised, nor with the Elder Renway Spearmen, because they are better than the Flagrim, despite them looking a lot sexier than the elves, in my opinion. He now has some archers flying straight through the building. Look, no cover whatsoever. And look at those just getting wrecked there by archers. Some more Flagrim coming in here. Head on charge. Are they going to charge? Come on, get good charge. Oh, okay, so the elves got a much better charge there than the local Flagrim did. However, we have some Variag warriors stopping the Norantima warriors from firing, which is excellent news. The warriors here are just now going to focus on the blob of troops, maybe at the back here. Yes, lots of local Flagrim there dying from that. They're doing a good job at countering this defense over here. Let's whisk back over to the gateway. We have lots of action on the walls, in fact. Yes, they've managed to push through, so you can, it looks like, get through here. He has now completely got control of these walls, and he has his Narim on the walls firing down at the Norantima warriors, who are currently being occupied by the Variag warriors, which is excellent news. So now we have some more Variag warriors have come through. It's very hard to keep track of where all the units are. But they're going to have a nice charge on the Norantima warriors, who are just completely oblivious again. There we go. So now the gateway is facing a bit of trouble here, because we have Elder Renway swordsmen here not doing anything, who could be engaging these units here, or pushing back out again to engage this threat, because this killing their archers is one thing that the elves do not need at the moment. So it looks like he's sending some Blade Masters around to support here. So I'm sorry if I'm missing some of the action, guys, especially the guys who played this match, because it's difficult to find out, to keep track of who is where. So we have the Smith of Region against the Wardens of Dunland, and they will make light work of those. That's to be expected. And we have the Globox has now moved in his missile troops to fight inside the settlement. Hopefully getting some good angles here. His Naghai and the rest of his Berserkers are slowly but surely killing the skin changers here. Hopefully Saruman will stay alive. Oh, there we go. Oh, if only his head came off. But yes, one left, so he's made work of those skin changers, which is a shame, because the skin changers could have been a big threat to the attacking forces. But that being said, Queen K still got a lot of his Royal Guard units left, which is going to be a bit of a problem for the attackers, because they can shoot straight through these buildings unencumbered. But yeah, so the Naghai are victorious over here. We have the Phalas Lords now going for a rear charge into the back of these local Flagrim, which will break them very quickly. The Norantima warriors have made work of the Variag warriors, who are now routing, it would seem. Yep, 2 of them left. And he has some Sindar Blade Masters here just to sandwich in this low flag room unit. That being said, they have the Brotherhood of the Axe who is now going to come in for a rearward charge onto the Phalas Lords. Lots of stuff going on here. Though, I believe that they're being shot at somehow. Yes, I believe that the Norrentino Warriors are attacking them now. But now this unit is going to be extremely difficult to kill. They're just so tanky. I believe they have something like 6 health points, something ridiculous like this. They have Glowbox is now setting up. Excuse me, his skirmishers. I think now is the time for to let them die to the Elven archers so that their infantry is safe. So it looks like Queen K is now just shooting point blank at the Nazkai with Glowbox's general in it, so he needs to be very careful not to incur the loss of his general so early on. But as you can see, arrows just flying everywhere. Oh, the Nazkai are a very beastly unit. That must be amazing. I mean, just taking volley after volley of elven arrows is a definite, bragging rights there. Look, now we have a head-on charge with the here and next spearmen. He has to be careful not to lose his general here, because he is pretty vulnerable. In fact, the Nazkai are pretty epic, but the Hironek are not to be trifled with. That's for certain. So now we have just Guards of the Orthanc over here. It's been attacked head-on by these Woodland Sentinels, who will die pretty quickly. So now he has a Royal Guard engaged in melee, about to be outflanked by a Uruk-hai unit here. So it looks pretty dire on this flank. I mean, there's just a sea of black just pouring through. The Smiths are now fighting to their death. Where's the mine? I want to know where the mine is. Yeah, the mine's just chilling out over here. His Uruk-hai bodyguards are there. Oh, Andres is now sending in one of his units over here. So I wonder where that came from. How much reserves does he have? So everyone's committed everything now, I believe. Dragon's Wrath Guildman over here. Sindar Blade Masters are still fighting, and victory seems certain. You can just see the amount of death that they just dished out here. And Rune has left a few pockets of these Norrentino warriors, which isn't a good idea because excuse me, need to have a drink. There we go. Because even a small pocket of these archers could do a substantial amount of damage to a unit if left undeterred. So it looks like they're just mopping up the remnants of the Elvish resistance here. Elvish resistance. But as you can see, these we have the King of the North has got his archers on the walls here, and he's now just pouring through the gates now. So it looks like it's going to be soon to be a nail in the coffin. I wonder where that is. Where is that? Is that over here? Yes, it is. Yeah, this gate had closed automatically. But yes, he's just streaming through now. All of his reserves coming through. Probably the biggest threat, in fact, would be these Balkoth tribesmen. The Norrentino warriors are now pushing back against the clan crossbowmen, who will need to retreat, which they are doing straight away. Excellent work. We have a more Shadow Guard, which I believe came through the gate over there that we saw earlier, now to come for a rearward charge on the elves, which is great news. Now Saruman is still in combat. He needs to be very, very careful not to die here. The Enladus Guards are now getting into the fray as well. But so Queen K has seen Andres' charge and is now checking it. The Norrentino warriors are routing, however, so they will die very quickly. Such a shame. So now we have just a sea of black against this tiny little pocket of green left here. The Royal Council. Now these will last a long time. That is for certain. That is for sure. So excuse me. As you can see, look, they're all slowly being surrounded by the sheer numbers of the evil attacking armies, which is a shame indeed.
Our enemy has command of the castle.
Oh. Oh dear. Looks like some friendly fire there, but they can afford that. Just look at all the archer support that they still have left. The Phalas Lords are, well, 31 of them. Where are the rest? They are over here. So they should easily be able to make work of these clan guard, but the problem is that they are currently being shot at in the back by the Varyag bowmen. and they are going to shortly be surrounded as well. These archers look like they're out of ammunition. Flagrim is coming for a charge. Not a very impressive one, but a charge nonetheless. So the Phallus Lords will slowly start to drop. The Hiranek are currently holding their own at the minute, and the Emladris Guards are now reinforcing the Elder Royal Council unit. So this is a very action-packed battle. If we discount the skirmish phase, it's lots of pockets of fighting here, there, and everywhere. Looks like there's just three lone Norrentimor warriors, or two now, one left, fighting these guards of the Orthanc. The guards of the Orthanc here and the Uruk-hai infantry have finally finished off the rest of the Royal Council. If you just look at the nice, I love these defensive rings when they form up naturally, and you just see the rings of bodies around a small ring of elves. It's pretty nice to see. That was a ballista shot, I believe. Though where it went, I cannot tell you. The Palace Guard are still. Oh! It looks like he sniped out his general. Oh wow! Okay, so that's gonna change a lot of things for the defenders. But it is safe to say that I think the defenders have got their days are numbered here. But that ballista shot was a pretty cheap way to die, there, wasn't it? The poor elven general there. He deserved to go out fighting, not being struck in the face by a 4 foot, 5 foot long spear ballista thing. Looks like the Hiranek are slowly routing, and the High Elf General is now dead as well. If I'm not mistaken, he doesn't look as fancy as the rest of the Phallus Lords. That's a shame. But you can just see the sheer number of troops left here. That the Phallus Lords are just slowly but surely dropping one by one. Player has admitted defeat here, which I think is Queen K is now admitted defeat. Yep, they are now routing. Excuse me. But yes, it looks like the battle is going to end very shortly. Yes, so I thank you all for watching, for those of you who watched, and have a great morning, afternoon, evening, or night, depending on where you are and if you're watching. So thank you very much for watching, and let's quickly look at the stats. So Glowbox getting the most kills with Isengard, in fact. I thought it might have been Andres who got that, but they are very close. And Obi-Wan Glorfrey smashing out the kills there, 1,548 there. But yes, a very good battle. Nice to see lots of pockets of fighting here, there, and everywhere. Lots of tactical manoeuvring, which is always great to see. Let's quickly look at the stats. So, casualties inflicted. His Nazkai did an excellent job, as is to be expected. And the rest of his units, just, the majority of his kills came from Guards of the Orthanc, his Berserkers, and the Nazkai. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all you have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you next time. See you guys.